Viktor Serebryakov is the international president of an organization called Mensa.
Well, it's a worldwide society of people from all occupational classes and every other kind of class, and from all sections of the community, who have done well in an intelligence test. That's an ordinary standard test of general mental ability. And that's what we aim to be, just a collection of intelligent people.
I see. And what proportion of the population do you aim for when you're recruiting for your membership?
Well, the arbitrary figure we chose, we had to choose some figure, was the top 2%.
And how many people are members of Mensa?
I think the figure's about 70,000, 72,000, something like that. You know, it's changing all the time. New Mensas are being formed, so it's a fluid figure, but something about that, around the world. About 15,000 here, 45,000 or so in America, and scattered about in various numbers in various places.
And a few smaller ones in places like Europe.
That's right, quite small ones. Some of the European countries have got a few hundred. Ireland is doing very well with about 250, and so on. We've got, but mostly, alas, the big bulk is in English-speaking countries.
What kind of people do you meet in Mensa then? Does it range through all walks of life, or do you find...
Absolutely, yes. Well, of course, naturally we find a higher proportion in the professions which require intelligence, all the professional people. But we do have quite a scattering of labouring people. I mean, when I joined, I had been most of my early life. I may not sound like it, but I've passed from the working class into the middle class and changed my accent. But I was a manual worker till I was about 35, and it was only the discovery in the army that I was very bright that gave me the ambition to go for further things, and since then I've done very well, become an author and so on.
How many books have you written?
I think I'm on my 11th. Just 2 came out this very month, funnily enough. One was the history of Mensa, called Mensa, which gives a whole funny, curious story of how Mensa grew. And the other is another book of puzzles. I write puzzle books. I've also got a computer tape for games and so on, that sort of thing I do nowadays.
What do you think about Ruth Lawrence, the 13-year-old who got a first-class honours degree in mathematics at Oxford? Do you think she'd have problems at school? Do you think, for example, it would be easy for her to make friends?
I couldn't judge about her, but from my impression of the girl, I've rarely seen a 13-year-old who was so firmly on her feet and knew where she was. And I think her father has done an incredibly good job with her. I'm very happy about her. But I do think you raise a very serious point. Many members of Mensa, particularly those from where the home environment is less sympathetic to a bright child, where the parents may even be jealous, and certainly school teachers may be, very severe on a too clever child. And I must say, as a child, I was a little Cockney boy at a Cockney school, and I suffered a lot. I was chased home every day because I was all the clever little one that got it right. And yes, I think you've got big problems. Many bright people, particularly from humble circumstances, have very serious problems, and not always do they cope with them very well.